A very pleasant vanakkam to all my dear friends watching the video. We are stepping into our next phase, that is day 16 of our Let's Do Together study series. First of all, I would like to congratulate us all on completing the phase 1 successfully. If at all you feel like having a day or two in extra, you can go ahead and have a maximum of 2 days as a grace period from the days of grace allotted in our preparation strategy. But again, mind it that we would be having only 8 days left in the days of grace period after consuming these 2 days. Next, we will be starting with phase 2 of our Let's Do Together study series, that is the advanced phase. I have already uploaded the allocation of days for each subject in my very first video. If you can't recollect, kindly watch it. The links are given in the description box. In the second phase, I would like to suggest you to start with either polity or economics, as these are considered the most important subjects of our preparation and they are like the most essentials for current affairs preparation. Every newspaper will have at least a word or two concerning economics and polity, so I'd suggest you to complete them first. Hence, I have uploaded the strategy for both, which makes the video a little lengthy. Before getting into the strategy, I would like to inform you all that from tomorrow there won't be videos on a daily basis. Rather, I'd be uploading twice or thrice a week. Without getting into any diversions, let's get into the video. First, let me start with economics. For economics, we have allocated 5 days. And as we have already completed the NCERTs, I would like to suggest you to go for a one reading of macroeconomics again. This will take about 1 day maximum. Then we'll start with the budget and economic survey and try to finish them within 3 days. So this sums up for 4 days, and then complete your economics preparation by going through the previous year questions and, if possible, read the current affairs summaries like Vision IAS, PT 365 or Byju's Value Addition, etc. You can choose any one of them and don't go for all of them, which will take more time, and rather it just repeats the same content and it would be like wastage of time. Apart from these, the regular current affairs part you are preparing on a daily basis would suffice for economics. Next, we will get into the strategy for preparing polity. This comprises of the next 20 days. I have just explained here on a daily basis on which day which topics are to be covered. So try to follow diligently. In day 1, we will try to cover introduction, preamble, union and its territory chapters. Here, whenever I am referring the chapters, I am referring the Lakshmikant book, as everyone preparing for UPSC would go for this book. If possible, you can give a quick reading of historical background and making of the constitution chapters also. I have just not included the topics because we would be covering them in detail in our modern history part. Then, before going for citizenship chapter, we'll straight away move to fundamental rights chapter and try to finish them in day 2, 3 and 4. That is, within 3 days, we must complete the fundamental rights chapter. When I say we have to complete, it doesn't mean completing just one reading. We have to complete it thoroughly. A good thorough reading must be given. Next, in day 5, we will complete the citizenship chapter along with the DPSP's fundamental duties, amendments and basic structure. Don't think that I have included so many chapters. These are like just small chapters which we can cover in an hour or two. So now we are done with our part 1 of Lakshmikant. Then we will move on to part 3 and 4, leaving part 2 for later study. I have said part 3 and 4 together just to make sure that we will be having a comparative study of both. As many provisions in these parts are same, so comparative study makes it easier to differentiate and understand. Therefore, in our day 6, 7 and 8 of polity, we'll be completing with President, Vice President, Governor, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers, Chief Minister and State Council of Ministers, Parliament and State Legislature chapters. Do read them in the same order which I have given, as this would make the comparative study easy and will help you in understanding much better. After completing these, we'll move on to our day 9th, which we will be completing the chapters of cabinet committees, parliamentary forums and parliamentary groups. Moving on to day 10th, we'll cover the chapters of Supreme Court, judicial review, judicial activism, public interest litigation. Do try to finish them in one single day, as these are like the continuous chapters, and if you finish it in one day, you will understand it more better and also will be able to answer more better. The very next day, that is day 11th, try to cover the chapters High Court, Tribunals, Subordinate Courts and Special Provisions for some states. With this, we will be completing part 3 and 4 of Lakshmikant. Now we will move on to part 2, which we have left for later study. So in day 12, we will be covering chapters like parliamentary system, federal system, central state relations, interstate relations and also the emergency provisions. Here comes day 13, where we will jump to part 5, that is local government, and try to complete both the chapters in the single day, that is Panchayati Raj and municipalities. In day 14, try to cover chapters Union Territories, Scheduled and Tribal Areas. Both these chapters does not need a thorough reading, just give a quick reading so that we have to complete the rest of the chapters, including Election Commission, Union Public Service Commission and State Public Service Commission in day 14 itself. These are again small chapters which we can cover in an hour or two. So don't take much load in seeing the number of chapters to cover in a single day. We are moving into the next important part of our polity syllabus, that is part 10, the political dynamics. We have to try and complete this part in day 15 and 16 itself. This is a much deeper topic, I know, but we can do it because all these topics are like conceptual in nature and we can easily understand and grasp them. For the next 3 days, that is day 17, 18 and 19, try covering the rest of the chapters as much as possible. If possible, try to give at least one reading for all the chapters. The last day especially has to give utmost important for the appendices part. The appendices are attached in the last few pages of the book. This book has about 10 appendices. If not completing all the 10, just try to complete at least appendix 2 and 4, which are considered the most important, and I am sure that you will get at least one question from these appendix. Also, if possible, try to give a quick glance for all the 10 appendix. This is all about the 20-day strategy for polity. Please kindly note that the strategy for next set of subjects will be after 25 days. So in this 25 days, you can read either polity as first subject, that is in first 20 days you can complete polity and next 5 days can be allocated for economics or vice versa. But no matter what, you have to complete these two subjects in the first 25 days itself. And also, while reading the topics, keep in mind that we have no time to revise in between. After completing these topics here, we would be revising it only in the revision phase, which would be around after 90 days. So, make sure you read it in such a manner that you don't forget it after 90 days. As a last part of our video, I'd like to add some tips which would really help you all. First, read the syllabus of the subject whichever you are on as a first thing in the day to make sure you are not out-dragged. Second, spend at least the next half an hour of the day to revise the previous day's learning. This would help you in recollecting the topics you have learned during our revision phase, which will be after about 90 days again. Third, if possible, try to maintain a small notes in the form of bullet points, hints, or either mind maps, which will make the revision phase smooth. I know that we don't have much time, but if possible, just give it a try. Next, immediately after completing a chapter or say a topic, try to solve at least 5 to 10 MCQs from the same. For MCQs, many Telegram channels, online websites, or even your previous question bank would go for that. Then, just make a checklist of all the topics or chapter of that particular subject, and whenever completing, just mark them as done. It serves as a motivating factor to do more and boost your energy. Though it is a bit silly, it did work a lot for many, so do give it a try. Whenever you feel like being still on the same topic, just try to read it through MCQs. For the matter, you can use YouTube channels. There are many YouTube channels which are providing MCQs for various subjects. Through these MCQs, you can retain the information for a longer period. Or simply move on to the next topic, and after completing the rest of the tasks for the day, again give the topic a second chance. I'm sure this time you will definitely finish it. Last but not the least, do have a good sound sleep for at least 6 to 8 hours a day, and drink lots and lots of water to stay hydrated and also to stay away from sleepy mode. Again, I would like to remind you all that there won't be a video daily. Rather, I would be uploading videos twice or thrice a week. In these videos, I'll not only say about motivational stories or preparation strategy alone. Rather, I would be making videos on CSAT preparations and also how to do mapping. With this, I am concluding my video. See you all in my next video. Do watch my previous videos. The links are in the description box. Stay safe and spread positivity. This is IAS 3D. Dream, determine, dedicate. Have a great day.